Hi everyone, and Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you had a fantastic New Year's Eve and that you're starting the new year in a positive frame of mind. My name's Marianne, and obviously, as you know, I've set up this page specifically for people who are struggling with debts, or you've got financial issues and you just need a little bit of a kick up the bum, I was going to say, but you need a little bit of a boost really, with articles, with information. And what I want to talk about today is, because it's the beginning of a new year, this is the right time really to set your new intentions for your finances, and that includes keeping track of your money. Now, I've done many videos on this page, especially about saving systems, about issues with debts, how you can kind of start paying off your creditors and things like that. And although that information is really useful, I would say the key thing that I've learned in 2017 when it comes to money is keeping track of your money. On top of that, the second two things I've learned are about saving systems and also budgeting. Now, we all get an income from somewhere, most people do. Even if you're unemployed, you're going to get unemployment benefit. Maybe you've got an income coming in from different jobs. You may have an income coming in from self-employment as well. So the key thing is, the first thing to do is to set an intention that from now on, any money that you have coming into your home, coming into your purse, coming into your pocket, you are going to take control of it. You are going to make sure you direct it in the right place, and you're going to keep track of your money. So the way that you can do this is by setting up systems. Now, what I would advise is for people to get things like notebooks. I have 2 or 3 notebooks where I keep track of different spending and things. So I might have a notebook which talks about my different savings. I might have a notebook which is just about the business outgoings. I'll have a notebook which is about if I've got specific targets or projects that I'm working on, then it will be money that is going towards that. Keeping track of your money is a key thing because it allows you then to know where you're going wrong, what you need to do, what you need to change. I know for some people that can feel scary sometimes, because if you're in a lot of debt, or if you've been struggling with money for a while, the idea of then having to face that and having to actually sit down and work everything out excuse me, can be really, really scary. So what you have to do is you have to understand that situation is still going to be the same. So isn't it better that you take control? It's better for you to be the powerful person within that. Now, the second thing I would advise people to do in terms of setting this new intention of how you are going to deal with money is to call your creditors and get an up-to-date balance. Now, as I've mentioned in other videos, at the last year, I was completely self-employed for the whole of 2016. The only income I was getting was from my counselling business and from contract work that I was doing as a social worker. Now, towards the end of that year, there was lots of things which had a massive impact on my finances. My car failed its MOT. I had all of these societies that I belonged to. So my social work membership, I had to pay that in full. My counselling membership, I had to pay that in full. So by November, I literally was in a really bad financial situation. That's when I made the decision to go back to work as well as keep my business. And I went to work in February of this year, of 2017. I took out quite a few loans before I went to work, and even for things like getting down to London for the interview. My point is, I had to then phone up my creditors that I had, because I had money that I was owing, and get an up-to-date balance. Now, from that point, once you know what you owe, you can start making a plan of it. Now, I just want to tell people that within a few months, I'd paid off some of my doorstop loans, like Providence, I owed them. There was Lending Stream, I owed them money. I paid all them off because I used my salary. My first 2 months' salaries went towards paying off most of them. Then the rest, I made a plan for my credit cards. Now, at the end of 2017, even before that, I'd say 7 months into 2017, I'm completely debt-free. The only thing I owe is my car finance, which is something I've taken out recently. But it took a long time to get control of my finances. But it's something that just leaves you feeling so much more free. You just feel a lot better, really. So start setting some new patterns. Start setting some budgets. You know, be that person who people might look at you and think you're boring because you've got spreadsheets. I mean, I don't have spreadsheets. I literally, but I do have a budget for each month. So the thing is, your budget is important, because you're not going to be doing the same thing every month. This is where I think people go wrong. There are certain bills you're going to pay every month: your gas, your electric, your council tax, your water. They stay the same, so they're called fixed bills. However, there's going to be other things which go up and down. Petrol is a big example. There's some months I've got to drive to Kent. There's some months I've got to drive maybe down to Blackpool to see people or wherever. That means my fuel bill's going to be higher than it would if I'm doing local journeys. Then there's other months where you've got birthdays, where you've got events. So if you don't do a budget, then what's going to happen is, on those months where things change, you're going to be in the red because you haven't thought about those extra things. So budget for everything. I budget now even for my facials. I budget for when I get my hair done. I budget for socialising. I put aside money specifically for those things because I know that they're going to happen in that month anyway. Even if you don't think they're going to happen, it's better to have that money put aside. So the other thing is to set a different money goal each month. So set yourself challenges each month. So one goal might be, this month I'm going to save £100. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but that's my goal. So then at the end of the month, you can then check if you've reached it. Another money goal might be, this month I'm going to pay off that specific creditor. The good thing about setting money goals at the beginning of each month is it charges you and gets you all like, you know, your adrenaline pumping. You say, right, I'm going to do this. How am I going to do it? Well, if I sell a few things on eBay, then I'll get more money I could put towards that goal. If I do this, then I can, you know, whatever. You're setting yourself, because the whole point of this whole purpose of setting up this page and this whole thing about pushing yourself is it's not just about money. It's about how you can become more disciplined. I've become so disciplined now with my saving systems. I can have all those. I've got my silver coins jar. I mean, last count there was about £50 in there. I've got a counting digital jar. There was about 35 in there. I've got pennies. I've got my £5 system going. I've got my ISA going. I'm so disciplined that I don't touch any of them. When my salary comes, if I'm behind with something, then I work out how I'm going to get back up to date with it, but I won't touch my savings because that's what they're there for. And the final thing is if you haven't got any saving systems, first of all, you can watch my videos on this page and it will give you some information about the different types of saving systems. Only use systems that you know will work for you. If you know you're someone that can't see money in front of you because you know you're going to tap into it, don't set up a system where there's like money saving jars, because they're not going to work for you because you're going to dip into them. I personally don't ever go into my coin jars because I just see them as coins and I'm thinking I'm not going to add all this up and blah, blah, blah. So I know I'll leave them. I won't touch them. My £5 savings, I'll be honest, I have tapped into that. But now I've trained my mind not to touch it because my goal is to save until the end of this year. And at the end of 2018, I'll go through all of those jars and count up what I've made in savings. So think of a system that works for you. If it has to be one of these 30-day ISAs, that's a good one because you need to give 30 days before you get it. You probably won't end up withdrawing from it because you don't want to wait the 30 days. Another good ISA is the ones that pay you in checks. Because no one wants to wait for the check to clear, so it's more likely that you're going to say, oh, forget it, I need the money now. So make it difficult for you to access your money. So that's what I would say. Call your creditors. Set a good intention that you're going to change some of the patterns. Get a money notebook and start tracking your money. Set a budget, have regular budgets. Have a different money goal every month. And start or continue with your saving systems. If you haven't got one already, start with one. If you've already got saving systems, continue with them. So they're my tips really for the new year. Set the intention, keep it going. This is a really, really good time to start and to get into it. Fire yourself up, get motivated every day. I'm like in that position now where I just love learning more about money. I love watching the videos about wealth. I enjoy seeing my savings build, and I'm in a good place when it comes to finances, but I haven't always been this way. So it's about you preparing yourself, setting the intention and going for it. So thank you for watching. And this year at some point, because it's one of my goals, is I will be writing a book. to do with finance or debt. I haven't decided on the title yet, but when I'm writing the book, once it's completed, I'll let you guys know, and you'll receive a special discount on that if you want to purchase it. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic first day of a new year. Thank you. Bye.